Hello everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. Just in case we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. Today we're doing a full body flexibility practice. I'm gonna use my block and my bolster today. Find some space to move as well, and let's get started. So we will begin today laying down. Now, if you've got a few different items to choose from, you can lay on whatever you want to, and you could also lay flat on your back if you prefer that, or if you don't have any props. But have what you're not going to be laying on off to the side. And we're going to get a little bit comfortable here, but also maybe feeling some love throughout our body. So if you want to get into your hips, you can make a diamond shape with your legs. If you're going to lay on top of something, it might be a bit of a back bend, maybe even a shoulder chest opener. And then today, I'll just note maybe it's going to be a little slower. We're going to stay a little bit longer in each pose. The challenge may be to stay and relax, to resist the urge to move around, to get lost in your thoughts, and just enjoy some stillness in the poses we come into today. Connect with your breath and your body. And with that being said, at any time you do need to move, just move. Don't overthink anything too much. And maybe it is one of those days where stillness comes easily, but maybe not. Make any adjustments that you need to how you're laying right now. Close your eyes if you haven't done so already. And then let's take a slower, deeper breath in and out. Do that again. Fill up with air. And let it all go. And one more time, slow, deep breath in and out. Just continue to breathe however feels good. Starting to soften, relax throughout your body. Just you and your breath. Slowing down the day. As we begin to bring movement, back in. You might start with a deep, slow inhale and let it go. And then maybe wiggling your fingers and your toes. Eventually bringing your knees back together if you do have them out wide, your feet to the ground. And if you are laying on something, we can take it out so that we can be flat on our backs for a moment. Just slide whatever it was off to the side. Lay down again. Maybe hug your knees to your chest and take a sway side to side. Feel your back against the ground. Scan your body for any sensations that you're feeling so far. And then decide if you would like to roll over or rock yourself forwards. But we're going to come all the way up and onto our hands and knees. Into our tabletop. You might take a sway of your hips, moving into our puppy dog stretch. If you want to rest on a pillow under the chest or under your forehead, take a big stretch, reach with the arms, as much length as you can bring into them, and then melt it down. If you can rest your forehead on something, do that. If you can rest your chest and your chin down all the way, you could do that too. Feeling the length through the arms. Feeling the shoulders, the back. And just taking your time to settle in. Letting gravity pull your chest down. Letting your breath stay nice and smooth. Stay just as you are for another full breath or two. And then use an inhale to lift slowly, slowly back to your tabletop. You can stay here, or you can bring your knees together, leaning forwards, bringing your forehead to something, again, maybe the ground, maybe to one of your props. Your arms could be at your sides with your palms facing up to give your shoulders a chance to reset. Pause. Check in with what is flowing throughout your body. And you are feeling ready to move again. We're going to come to seated with our legs out in front of us. So our legs out long. You might start with a bend through your knees, a nice long spine, eventually working towards lengthening the legs a little bit more. But just take another inhale to lengthen through your spine too. If you have a strap to use today, you could also place it on your feet. Let's think about lifting our chest off of our low back as we start to tip forwards. If it feels good to do so. Resting your arms wherever they fall, your hands, maybe your forearms. Just taking your time again to find a forward fold. Think lifting the chest off of the low back as the chest tips forwards. Let your shoulders fall away from your ears. Soften through your forehead. Connect with your breath. As we begin to make our way back up, let an inhale help you lift. Lengthen your spine. Bend your knees. Give them a hug or a squeeze. Maybe a rock side to side. And we're going to be laying down on our backs. I'm going to grab my block. It's a little firmer. Maybe you have a pillow or something to place underneath your low back this time. With our knees bent, our feet planted. Our supported bridge. We're not going to stay here quite as long as we have been in the other poses so far. But just rest your arms at your side wherever's comfy. Maybe the palms are facing up. Maybe the palms are facing down. Closing your eyes. Feeling your breath. And letting whatever you are laying on or under your hips take all of the weight of your lower body. So that maybe if you were to bring your knees towards your chest and float your feet, it would still be supporting you. You can find some length through the legs to let the feet get even lighter. Our supported shoulders stand, or maybe your feet are still on the ground for your bridge. Now, if you do have your feet lifted, you can start to bring them down nice and slow. Take your time. Once your feet are grounded, though, let's take our props out from under us. Lay flat again. See if you can press your low back down to the ground. Maybe sway the knees side to side. And then our knees will be tipping over towards the left side for a twist. Stack the legs, reach the arms out wide. And letting an inhale help you lift your legs back up. And they can tip over to the other side when you're ready. No rush. Stack the legs, reach the arms out, and breathe. Use a deeper inhale to help you lift your legs back up. And you might keep the feet on the ground, or you might hug your knees to the chest again. Maybe taking a rock or sway side to side. And maybe, just like that, we can find our way into Savasana. Sometimes these classes seem to go by so fast. Other days, a little slower maybe. But lay on your back in a comfy place where you can be still yet again. And continue to relax your body. Breathe softly. And as always, I encourage you to stay here for as long as you have time for. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, namaste.